Hello everybody, and welcome to another retro review. Today we will be reviewing Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Starscream. And you might notice a little a little something different about Starscream's packaging in this one. He is the Takara Tomy release. Yes, instead of the Hasbro release. What's funny about this is that the Hasbro version, when I was trying to hunt this guy down, Starscream, my favorite Seeker and possibly my favorite Transformer, when I was trying to hunt this guy's particular mold down, the Hasbro one went for a ridiculous price. It was legit crazy how much he went for. And then I saw the Takara Tomy version at like half that price. I forgot where I got this. I'm pretty sure it was Amazon, but whoever was selling this clearly didn't know how much more valuable the Takara Tomy release is, because the paint job is so much nicer. So much nicer. But with that, of course, with the Takara Tomy, it's all Japanese. I can't read any of this stuff. I'm assuming that means Transformers. I'm not gonna bother with this scene, but at least Starscream is in English. So yeah, you got a nice picture of Starscream from the Fall of Cybertron game. Really nice artwork. No comic book this time. This was before the comic book included. He is a Decepticon. He is the second in command of the Decepticons, actually. Got another picture of Starscream saying, "Hey, what's up?" And here is the product shot, and you can tell, like, with the back. The backs are a lot different from the American version. This stuff right here is usually down here on the American Hasbro versions, but yeah, at least these are translated. He has really good skill. Starscream is a very skilled warrior. His courage is kind of low though, because he is known as the coward. He's got moderate intelligence. He's really fast. Yeah, the Starscream is Starscream, and there's his bio if you want to read it, if you can translate that. So yeah, and then you got the different Fall of Cybertron toys. I do have Kickback. I do have Shockwave, though he's not on here. I don't have any of these guys. I just realized I don't have any Cybertronian Autobots. But hey, that time is over. So yeah. So we are going to start with the robot mode, like I said, and here is Starscream. And let me just say, I am kind of so glad that I did get the Takara Tomy version, because he looks amazing. That was like kind of, I'm gonna gush in this review because the paint job is superb. I know that recently Takara and Hasbro kind of merged, or Hasbro bought Takara, because Takara kept making better figures than them. So Hasbro decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna buy out our competition, and basically every release now has a Hasbro and Takara Tomy license, and basically they have to be the same exact paint job, same exact figure. I'm pretty sure. So it's kind of unfortunate, but at least it means that the Japanese don't get better figures than us. Which kind of sucks, because the Japanese obviously put a lot more hard work into their figures, especially with the paint job. I guess things cost less there, and that's why they can use a nicer paint job, higher quality plastic, etc., different accessories. Now I do wish I had the Hasbro version to compare, just so you can see how much better of a paint job the Takara version is. A lot more accurate, in my opinion. I do know that in the Hasbro version, his head is like gray or black instead of the blue, and in the video game, it's actually blue. Typically, they all have the same colored heads, but in the video game, specifically, Starscream has a blue head. So yeah, the orange light piping works pretty well. Again, I do kind of wish this was red, but if they did use a red light piping, it'd probably blend in with his colors way too much. Yeah, so There's Starscream from the back. Really nice, really nice. It's weird because the red is not your typical red that you would see on a Starscream toy. It's like this weird metallic maroon, I would say. Actually, more of like a burgundy. Yeah, definitely more of a burgundy, a glossy burgundy, essentially. And it looks so nice. You see that reflection right there? Beautiful, beautiful. And the blue, oh, don't even get me started on the blue. The blue is this really nice, like, swirly kind of blue. And, you know, they even went to the trouble of painting this stuff, all these gears, like, gray. So, such a nice paint job. There's the head sculpt right there. You know, same exact figure as before. Yeah, and they, you know, got some silver bits here. And just so we can compare Starscream and his Seeker gang, get you all posed up. Starscream. Here is Thundercracker, his smart brother. And here is Skywarp. And there, ladies and gentlemen, you have the complete set, the Cybertronian Decepticon War for Cybertron Seekers. And let me just say, having all these guys in my collection, at least in this particular iteration, because the Cybertron games is what I grew up with for Transformers. Having these particular iterations of the characters complete and none of them are broken right here in front of me all these years later is something very special. I don't ever feel the need to collect different Seekers because I enjoy the molds for these three. I enjoy the look of these three the most out of anything. Even more than the G1 G1 style molds. So yeah, he also does come with his weapon. They actually see, like, they even painted this silver. You would never get that from Hasbro. You just get like gray, or in Thundercracker's case, not painted at all, even though there's silver up there. They didn't paint this silver, but they painted this silver. So I don't know. And then of course you can have Starscream hold his weapon, same as before with the other characters. And yeah, look at those three. They are so ready to kill some Autobots. But yeah, if you want to get their weapons out of the way, just to see them without their weapons, with this giant BFGs. Let's go move those to the side. Here they are, just in robot mode, no weapons. Really, really nice. Now, how you want to display them is up to you. Starscream is usually on the middle because he is Starscream. He is their leader, and he is the cooler one of the three, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. Let's go get these guys into jet mode. Be right back. And we are back, and here is Starscream in his jet mode. And in jet mode, his color, his paint job comes out a hell of a lot more. And I don't have any words for it, but you know what? I'm just gonna show you. Just look at this. Focus on the red, the blues. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It just lights up and reflects under, at least with my lighting. And the red, the blue, the gray, and the silver. Such a good color palette. Yeah, I mean, it's the same exact jet mode as I've said before. I do kind of wish that they painted these bits right here with the purple because the other two actually have them. So that's kind of unfortunate, but that's whatever. What I do like about the Takara Tomy releases, and I'm pretty sure the same went for the Thundercracker and the Skywarp figure, they actually painted the fins with the Decepticon logo. And in the game, that's how they look like. They have one right here, and then, you know, these two. That's exactly how they look like. I wouldn't say the paint job is 100% accurate, because if we were going to take the War for Cybertron game as reference, these would be purple instead of like this pink. I want to call that pink, but it's not really pink. It's like a red pink, salmon. I don't know. And then obviously a lot of their colors would just be muted. But in the Fall Cybertron game, when things are a lot more brighter, I'd say this red is pretty accurate. It's not a one-to-one, but it gets the idea across. And honestly, even if it wasn't accurate, I really don't care, because the metallic red looks so nice. I'm really lucky that I got this figure, and I'm really thankful that I did find this guy for a reasonable price. I think it was like around $25, and and I got this guy in like 2016. So it's already been it had already been 4 years since this figure came out, let alone in this country. So yeah. And for comparison, here is Thundercracker, and here is Skywarp. And you could just see how nice all of them look together in jet mode. So take your pick on who's your favorite, because this guy's my favorite because it's Starscream, but I also love these other two. And I kind of wish that I kind of wish that Transformers or Hasbro puts them in more shows. I know that they were in like this War for Cybertron show, not the video game, the show, which is not related to any of this. And I'm not really that interested in that show, so having said that, I kind of wish that these two got more screen time as much as Starscream, because Starscream is in literally every single medium of Transformers. So yeah, you do kind of notice though, with Skywarp and Starscream, they do have like the same wing pattern, which is funny because Starscream essentially shares the same colors as Skywarp or Thundercracker. Why do I keep messing up everyone's names? I should know these guys. But yeah, Starscream has the same color scheme technically as Thundercracker. It's literally just reversed. This one's more red, this one's more blue, and it's the other way around for both of them. If I did have the Hasbro version, this red that you see on Thundercracker would most likely be on Starscream instead of like this cherry burgundy kind of red. So there you can see that difference side by side. So yeah, really nice. And adding the Decepticon logo right here adds so much more compared to just, you know, nothing, which is unfortunate, but hey, it's kind of nice to have these three in the collection, even if this guy's the Japanese version. I really don't mind. This guy is superior in almost every single way to the Hasbro version, unfortunately. So yeah, let me get those. Oh, there's your money shot right there, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the Cybertronian Seekers. Next up will be another Cybertronian from this line. I don't know who. They're all going to be Decepticons. So sorry, Autobot fans, but I was only interested in getting the Decepticon designs. So yeah. With that, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night, depending on when you're watching this. Bye-bye.